And it's basically, don't use leverage, don't FOMO, self-custody, and keep most of your assets in the major tokens. Just simple rules of thumb that don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto. You know, if the mega trend is going from 2.5 trillion to 100 trillion, honestly, you betting on
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Raoul Pal discusses Bitcoin and crypto. Without a doubt, crypto is one of the most popular topics. Currently, Raoul Pal's banana zone thesis is making waves on Twitter. The founder and CEO of Real Vision has been discussing the concept of the banana zone since May. In various interviews and Twitter threads, he explained how the global liquidity cycle has influenced the macro summer and fall. This cycle has been ongoing since central banks intervened in 2008 to prevent a financial system collapse. When central banks expand their balance sheets, they inject liquidity into the markets, leading to an immediate increase in asset prices. As a result, all types of assets, including stocks, bonds, and real estate, appear to rise in value due to the growth of fiat currency. Tech and crypto assets outperform others due to their strong performance in secular trends driven by widespread adoption. Pal's analysis focuses on the cyclical nature of global liquidity, particularly the balance sheets of central banks. According to Pal, we are approaching a period of expansion and peak liquidity conditions, as the current liquidity conditions have reached their lowest point and are expected to improve. Expect a rapid rise in the near future, with the peak projected to occur around June 2025. This is likely to coincide with central banks implementing rate cuts and easing their quantitative tightening policies. It is anticipated that the cryptocurrency market will experience a highly thrilling period, with crypto asset prices expected to soar or even go through the roof. This is the banana zone, and Pal anticipates its imminent start in the latest edition of his regular conversations with Raoul Pal on his podcast. The esteemed macro expert and former Goldman Sachs executive provides valuable updates on the banana zone and his predictions for the significant price fluctuations expected in the upcoming months. And lots of things Raoul Pal discusses, so please watch the video to end and share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
I had learnt from the last cycle that even if you're vaguely vague about how to navigate the space, people will A, get it wrong, fuck it up so badly, and then they'll blame me for it. There's a bit of self-preservation in this. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it a meme that is super fucking clear. I'm going to launch an NFT that you put in your Solana wallet that looks at you and says there's a little video file of me saying, don't fuck this up. And it's basically, don't use leverage, don't FOMO, self-custody, and keep most of your assets in the major tokens. Just simple rules of thumb that don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto, don't lose your crypto. You know, if the mega trend is going from 2.5 trillion to 100 trillion, honestly, you betting on, some random meme coin is not the best way to capture that trend. You might be able to get a bit of that right. Capture the fucking trend first. Then you can trade around it a bit. But if you do not capture that trend, you will have done the opposite of the message. If I keep telling people, and again, this means a lot. It's like, this is the biggest opportunity. Don't come to me and tell me they made money and you didn't. Literally, there are thousands of high-quality people into this space trying to help. None of us have all the answers. Don't expect us to be gurus, but we are trying to help. We want everybody to come with us. It's also self-interested because the more people that come with us, the more people succeed, the more the space is valuable. So we're all incentivized. So we want people not to fail. And I don't want people to come to us and say, well, you guys got it all right. Like, I've given you every tool. I've given you literally thousands of hours of video. I've shown you where I've got it wrong. I've shown you where I've got it right. Just be part of that trend. 2.5 trillion, 100 trillion. Don't get thrown off.
How do we get to 100 trillion for the crypto asset class when the S&P 500 is 50 trillion today?
So this is a unique asset class because it's money. It's the rails for money. It's probably the rails for the financial system. Like equities should be tokenized, more efficient use of better technology, efficient capital. So that's equities, bonds, derivatives. What are derivatives? Particularly OTC derivatives, they're just unique contracts. Well, that's NFTs. Okay, so the financial system, clear. Okay, well, the derivative market is 1.4 quadrillion. Now, it doesn't mean it's 1.4 quadrillion usage of the underlying token you'd need, but that's a lot of value and volume that's going to happen.
According to Willy Woo, there is a predicted significant rally in Bitcoin, although he does express some caution, anticipating a potential downturn in the market. In a recent social media post, we reminded the public about the increased hash ribbons, which are indicators of Bitcoin's pricing strength. According to Wu, the current state of flux is a natural process that simplifies and eliminates weaker entities. Unfortunately, BTC will not reach new record highs until more agony and tedium have transpired. Wu added that a rally typically occurs once miners have dumped their investments. Quoting information from analytics, we explain the concept of Bitcoin hash ribbons, which help identify conditions where miners are under pressure and selling off their mined BTC to balance their budgets. The selling pressure in the market causes a decline in the price of Bitcoin, which is evident during the trading process. The tightening of these ribbons typically happens before the market reality, as weaker longs begin to sell and strong mining rigs further solidify their positions. We also discussed the high levels of current Bitcoin investments and the presence of many paper ones. It was emphasized that there is a need for multiple liquidations to correct the imbalance. This equilibrium is characterized by a solid yellow chart. An oscillator is used to measure the local significance of a Z-score. The current trading price of BTC is $64,500, which has seen a decline of nearly 7% in a day and a notable decrease of 5% over the past week. Despite this, investors have a glimmer of hope in the market, as advised by Wu. He suggests that by patiently observing market signals, such as the hash ribbons in the stock market, investors can achieve optimal results in the near future. Wu also predicts that Bitcoin investors may experience several more drops before witnessing a significant uptrend. Therefore, analyzing contemporary tendencies through the availability of hash ribbons and their specific relationships in this chart can help investors effectively assess the market. Being a whiz at analysis can provide a roadmap for individuals who are patient and strategically observant, potentially leading to profitable outcomes. Let's back to the Raoul Pal interview.
Will not persist. This is magic. It won't happen in 10 years' time. Everyone will have made too much money, will be too important, be too diversified, there'll be too many people. I can't express the magic of this moment in time. It's like, why do people love the music of the 70s? Because in the same year, you'll have seen the Stones, Led Zeppelin, Fleetwood Mac, the Eagles, blah, 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 all tour at the same time. This is what we've got going on. And it won't happen again. And it's part of the, just don't fuck up this. It's all in front of you. And people remember these times for the rest of their lives. They honestly will. And they will want mementos from that. I have on my bathroom wall my program from Live Aid. I was at Live Aid in 1985. Probably the single most important concert in history. I was there. That program is priceless for me. The X-Copies, the Beeples, they're going to be priceless to people.
Mm.
You know, Beeple every fucking day finishes the day with the internet comment of the day. That's how you need to see him. We're in Asia, so you get it first thing in the morning. Like I saw the one last night, and it was like, I think it was called Big Balls.
Yeah, it's a cat with the balls. I just saw it before.
Roaring Kitty.
Exactly.
He's got the headband on with a massive pair of balls and a bunch of rats in front. And he does that every single day. He ties the bow on the internet for the day and says, "Good night, everyone. This is the internet for the day." But that's legendary.
Yeah.
And he's there every day. You can chat to him on Twitter. He's the nicest guy in the world. And you can just send a comment and he'll reply to you if he's not too busy.
It's crazy. But sometimes it's really hard because we're so not used to that, right? Just thinking like, we're thinking these people are kind of out of reach and everything, but this is really where we're talking about that before. It's not crypto going mainstream, it's mainstream coming into crypto. And crypto is that space where if you have a platform, that's where you build some social proof, these celebrities or people will come to you, or you'll have a chance to talk to them, or have them on your podcast or whatever, just because you're in crypto. It couldn't happen nowhere else.
I can't publicly talk about, but some of the people I have met that I got introduced to, I mean, the world's most famous people.
Yeah.
And they come saying, "Okay, tell me about this." There's one guy, famous musician, I set up a whole series of educational talks with over Zoom. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get up to speed, and his whole team up to speed. And so it's very cool.
The last real meme that I'd like to talk about is, we have it on this table.
It's the banana.
It's the banana, exactly.
And we're about here. This is the point. We're about here.
So you not only started a meme, but you actually became the meme, right? And you're embracing it. What's the banana zone? And why did you come up with the banana zone meme?
So Julian Bittel and myself were writing Global Macro Investor, and we were looking at Q4 2023. And we're like, pre-election cycle years, liquidity, everything means that generally things should go bananas in Q4. So we wrote an article and we called it the banana zone because things go bananas. Cut to, I don't know, by about March, June, March, April, maybe March, we had started applying it to say, okay, that was the banana zone for that quarter, but we've got the actual banana zone, which is when liquidity drives everything crazy. And then you start seeing those wonderful charts of Bitcoin. Each cycle, they kind of do this, and then they do this. Yeah. It happens to be that. And it's when things go bananas and people fuck this up because they lose their minds. They FOMO into everything. It's when no laws apply anymore. The law of the banana rules all. And it always happens after the halving, which is kind of here. There's a bit of chopping around. And then as we start heading into the US election, between June and August, prices start going vertical. Doesn't mean we don't get these sharp corrections in the middle, but things go vertical and we will lose our minds. If we are having this conversation in 9 months' time, we'll be fighting with ourselves to try and maintain the discipline that we've been trying to teach ourselves because the banana zone will be happening. And it just caught everybody's attention because it explains a lot, right? That explains my entire macro thesis that I spent 2.5 hours explaining, and I could have spent 6 hours explaining, is all in that chart. It is also, he says, phallically, everybody's hopes and dreams.
By mid-June 2024, Analysts, investors, and experts in the field of blockchain technology have started closely monitoring the cryptocurrency transfers of a fascinating aspect of the digital world, rare Bitcoin whales. The government of the Federal Republic of Germany has recently been transferring large amounts of BTC to various exchanges, such as Coinbase, Kraken, and Bitstamp. In the past 2 days alone, they deposited 1,700 bitcoins, equivalent to $18 million. Overall, the German government currently holds over 47.3 billion in BTC. At a crucial moment, the German government made some significant deposits, coinciding with a notable decline in the price of Bitcoin. Over the past 30 days, the cryptocurrency experienced a nearly 10% drop in trading. However, it is unlikely that Germany's actions will have a substantial impact on the price, despite holding a considerable amount of BTC, which was around 50,000 a year ago. Some observers and members of the crypto community expressed concerns when the US government also moved a similar amount of Bitcoin seized from Silk Road, a dark web platform. Nevertheless, the sale of these assets had no significant effect on the crypto markets, nor did it hinder the massive BTC rally that began in late 2023. During this rally, the price of Bitcoin surged from around $27,000 to $3,682, which is the current price today. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.